Hi, this is Josie Burke, your ops and design guru of Burke Business Solutions. I wanted to do just a quick video to show how you can change the themes specifically of your Google site if at some point you want to update. So we've had clients where, we start working on a design and then they really like how it's coming along, and then all of a sudden they decide that maybe they just want something different, right? So there are different ways where you can change the theme across the board on all the pages. You do have to be careful because it doesn't always fully work. And sometimes you have to, you still have to check each page to make sure that the changes took place and the headings and all the things also got updated. But it is a fairly quick thing that I can show you. And then just a follow-up piece can take some work. So this is kind of our sample website, right? We have pulled up, and all you have to do is right over here, this is kind of your adjustment panel, right? And so the third tab here, which says themes, so you're going to click on that. And these are some of the default themes in Google. There's a simple design, Aristotle, diplomat, vision, level, impression. Impression is the one that I personally like to do. Now, if you select one of these themes, they also are going to have, for example, default fonts that they will use that go with that theme. So unlike Canva, which I love, is my bestie, you don't have hundreds or thousands of different fonts and things like that to choose from within Google Sites. It is limited on the creativity level of what you can do as far as, again, different fonts and things of that nature. But you can still use within what they have. And so, for example, so right now, if you go to the different pages, it has a similar flow for the the impression theme with the border, for example, in the banner image here. So if I wanted to maybe go simple, right? I'm like, I kind of want to break it down. So literally just by clicking simple, it'll change this top banner image across all of the different pages. And it'll update the default fonts as well. So the light, classic, heavy. So these will stand for, depending if you're trying to do a header, if you're doing a title, and if you're just doing text, which is why there's the 3 different types of fonts. So this font, once you click on it, for example, this title here, and it's showing you what the font is. So each page is going to default to that. So this color, also notice how it picked a different color. It's not changing my titles because those are linked to my logo that is uploaded, but that is actually changing the title here, the heading rather here, and these headings here. So it also changes these buttons. So if you have buttons throughout your site, it'll change some of that kind of core functionality. So if I wanted to do the green, for example, instead of the pink, then you can see how it'll change that across the board. And if we go to different pages, for example, the script library, same thing. You'll see how the green changes for the different things across the board. Now, also, what I wanted to show you is that you can do a custom. So if you do custom, you call it what you want, right? So if I were to say BBS custom theme for Burke Business Solutions, you can add your logo. You can add your banner image. So if we were to just do like an example, right? Let's see if I can select from what's in my drive. So if I just do this one, and don't necessarily need to do a banner image, but if you wanted to have like a default banner image, maybe. So it kind of gives you a few options for preset colors. So I still want to stick with the purple, right? So I could pick this one, or you could do custom colors where you can change what each color is. Now, this is actually super helpful if you have a solid brand kit already established, because you can actually just take the color number and plug that in and get the exact same shade as what it would look like in all of your other marketing materials. So this is a feature that is absolutely awesome. So for example, I have my specific shade of purple that I use. So if I were to type those numbers in here, I could get that exact shade of purple, which is exactly what I have on all of my other marketing pieces. So that's a feature that's really helpful. And if you don't really know what I'm talking about with a brand kit, or if you don't have a consistent color scheme that you use for your marketing and your branding, then let's talk, because I can certainly help establish that, you know, having a brand is important for establishing your presence. So for the purpose of this, we're just gonna go here. And it's giving you the different text options. So you have some options, don't get me wrong, there's not like just 10, right? But there's not a ton. So if you wanted to select, let's say we do impact for titles and headings, and for body, let's go with, I don't know, caveat, let's just say. And if I wanted to create the theme, so because I'm creating it while I'm in the live site, it is literally going to now change using those default colors that I picked, which was like the purple, the white, and the brown, I think. It changed my font, and the text, it also changed, which you could see right there. Now, unfortunately, you don't have the ability to change the font on some of these. You can't change these defaults here. So if I wanted to go back to impression, right, then I could, and boom, all set, back to impression. So you can also play around with this. Keep in mind that until you actually click publish again, it is not going to publish any changes. So if you want to kind of play around with it on the back end, but it will automatically save it. So don't play around with it and then leave it and go away for like a few days and try to come back to it, because then whatever changes you did will be set. So that's it. That's your kind of quick explanation on how you can change the themes of your Google site, create a custom theme if you wanted to, custom colors to match your logo. So I hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, remember you can always email leverageguru@gmail.com. Thanks.